Hi, I'm Ted Santos, and I'm back again to talk to you about breakthroughs, about quantum leaps. And often, when I tell people that I help companies, and specifically CEOs and their direct reports, create breakthroughs in the organization, sometimes in their career, people often follow up with a question. And they ask me, what problem are you really solving for people? Interesting question, and my answer usually people find quite interesting. So, in essence, I really don't help people solve problems. And often executives don't know this when they hire me. They actually believe I'm coming in to help them solve some problem. And it may be that their company's growing so fast that it's gotten out of hand. They're having problems managing a rapidly growing company. In other cases, they may be severely underperforming, so the company is losing money and they're looking for me to come in and solve a problem. I actually come in and create problems. I'm not a problem solver. So, why would anyone pay someone to come in and create problems for them? It seems really counterintuitive. So, as you can see, I'm really committed to creating problems. I started talking to you about what problems I solve, and here I am making a quantum leap from New York is my background to I'm in the park, creating another problem. So, as I said, I don't get paid to solve problems for people. I get paid to create problems, just as a CEO's job is to create problems for his company to solve. So I'm here today to talk to you about what I solve and how I make that happen. And so in creating problems, one of the critical things is transforming your corporate culture. And one of the tools that a CEO can use to transform corporation, corporate culture is a conversation. So what are the things people are saying in your organization? What do they say about the company? What do they say about management? What do they say about customers? These are all critical elements of being able to manage problems effectively. When you're a CEO and you want to navigate your people through an intentional problem you create, it's critical that your people have a positive image of themselves, and maybe better said is an empowering image of themselves, an empowering image of their customers and their suppliers. And the tool in conversation is really talking about what your organization stands for. You know, when we look at our founding fathers of the U.S., they created a problem by declaring independence from Great Britain. And that was a huge problem for us to solve as a nation. Great Britain was not aligned on that. So when you're creating that same kind of problem, like our founding fathers, they were standing for freedom, for liberty, freedom of speech, freedom of press, of religion. And that's what our nation is founded on, those basic principles of freedom. So the real question is, if you're going to create a problem for your people to solve, what do you as a leader stand for? What does your organization stand for? And what is this future that you are committed to fulfilling that looks like a problem from where you're standing, except once it's accomplished, it's a breakthrough. It puts you on a map in a whole nother way. Apple created a problem by creating an iPod, a computer company that's creating little tiny devices is a problem. And if you think about it, the average 13-year-old couldn't afford to buy a $2,000 computer from Apple. However, with their allowance, they could buy a $125 iPod. And so now Apple just gave themselves access to an entirely new target market, new revenue streams. And then that gave them the possibility of a phone and an iPad. So by creating that one problem, it created an enormous amount of other opportunities companies, and now the world looks at Apple in a way they never have before. So, what was Apple standing for? What did Steve Jobs had to? What did he have to stand for? He had to be such a powerful stand that even in the face of his people saying this is impossible, he was standing for his people and their ability to come through for something they didn't even know how to do. And by creating that problem, your people develop a whole new level of intellectual property, like new knowledge, new wisdom about products and services. They also gain new knowledge and wisdom about their customers and how to service them. So creating problems have huge benefits. And what is critical is that you can keep a steady mindset, and you could say the true north that keeps you focused is that stand. So what are we standing for as a nation? So I'm going to end here, and I'd love to hear your stories about the problems you create in your organization intentionally. And I'd love to hear where some of your roadblocks and obstacles. If I'm able to help you, I would love to do that. You can reach me on my email, which is tsantos@turnaroundip.com. And IP is like intellectual property. And as you hear, the geese are creating a problem for me. Uh, you can also reach me on my Facebook page or LinkedIn at Ted Santos. It's been a pleasure sharing my thoughts with you. I look forward to hearing from you. And until then, my next video, thank you for watching and take care. Goodbye.